So I was actually planning to record this in this tower over here, but there were a lot of people with kids coming up. So I had to move locations, but if you've been following the recent videos, you'll know I've had a lot going on. Finally got served the divorce papers. And then also my company, because of AI efficiencies, has done layoffs. So unemployed now too. I guess in the meantime, to help pay the bills, I'm going to start doing some food deliveries. That way at least I don't have to pick people up in my car and deal with them as much that way. But I figured, to make lemonade out of lemons, I'll just record some videos of doing that and see how it goes. If I wanted to look for positive things to say about my current situation, at least I get to drive around town and take in all of the fall scenery before the leaves all fall off of the trees, since I believe there are storms predicted at some point in the next week that'll probably knock all of them off. If I wanted to look for the negative things, I went to school and got a degree and certifications and spent 15 years of my life building up a resume for a career field that may be nearly dead due to AI, offshoring, and layoffs, where the main purpose is to juice stock prices in the short term. And having a relationship blow up in less than 4 years total after thinking I found the one isn't great either. At least there is a way that I can earn some money as I look for a more permanent job that will keep the bills paid. I am going to have to interact with the public way more than I have in a very long time, though. The last time I had to was working retail years ago. People could get pretty rowdy back then, and I'm assuming it's only worse now, so I have no idea how this is going to go. Now that is some quality scenery. If anyone is a fan of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia and Frank Reynolds, you can probably guess exactly where my mind went when I saw this sign. Time to get back on the other side of the bridge. So this delivery is a little bit weird. Usually I don't record video when I actually get up to the people's houses or the person I'm delivering to, just for privacy. But this one requested that I deliver it to this pavilion back here in this field instead of anything that has an address. So I'm going to record video just in case. And I'm not quite sure where I'm supposed to deliver this. They said there'd be a sign. There's a piece of paper, if that counts as a sign. So let's see. Leave food here and run. Well, that's kind of ominous. Let me get a picture here. What the hell is that?
Get out of here, man. I'll cut you up.
I did leave some feedback for the person who made that order last night, but I'm not sure if that's actually going to accomplish anything, though. Years ago when I worked retail, I had people throw things and threaten me, but it never really seemed like a real threat, since there were people around and a big counter in between everyone and security cameras. But out in the open at night like that actually kind of felt dangerous. My overly concerned mother thinks I should stop doing these deliveries, but I think that's a little bit of an overreaction, and I actually do need the money because divorces are not cheap. Before this, in recent years, I had worked remotely from home in front of my computer, and before that, I was just in a big office building downtown, so it is quite different to be driving around to all these different people's houses I don't know, especially at night, and then, especially the public places. It's also weird to spend a lot of time standing around inside of restaurants or in front of them waiting for all these orders to be ready. In theory, this is an operating motel. Somebody ordered food here, but it looks like some of these doors are boarded up. All of the lights are off. I don't see or hear anyone here. Hopefully this doesn't turn out like the other night, because this is kind of strange. Here, let me switch it back to the selfie camera. I decided to make a midday trip to pick up something from the store for my car, because I realized I needed a few things, and I wanted to get it today instead of waiting for online stuff to come in. Imagine that. Even when you're in one of those areas where there's nothing but office buildings, car dealerships, strip malls, and fast food restaurants, there is still some natural beauty if you take the time to search it out. After driving around all day, it is important to take time to get out of the car and stretch your legs. But I take the time to stop at the park and get out of my car and walk around just to have to deal with a bunch of other cars and trucks. If you spend enough time going in and out of these restaurants all day, one thing you will notice is how many people treat the food service workers terribly for no reason. So I am trying to make sure that I remember to stay respectful with everyone and stay calm because, you know, they can't control if it gets busy. So I'm trying to make sure I don't start acting like a jerk. Well, we finally had the storms that knocked almost all of the leaves off the trees. I think I'm actually getting a little bit better at this. You know, dealing with the public, picking the food up, dropping it off, prioritizing things, not taking it personally when people don't even treat you like you're a real person. That one's taken a while. So my friend let me borrow this little tiny camera that, as you can see, is very small, and it has a magnetic pendant you can wear under a shirt or jacket that you can just snap it to get footage, kind of incognito without anyone noticing. So I figured I'd try it for a couple days and see if it's worth getting one of my own. So this place is very interesting. It's apartments that look like a hotel. I always like to call this place Pantera Bread. Time to go pick up somebody's burrito. Today I get to pick up and deliver some orders in downtown Louisville. The first ones I've had here so far. This is the convention center. And since it's a Sunday with no conventions, no basketball games at the stadium, no concerts or anything, it's pretty dead downtown. Here's the district with all the restaurants. So this is where I need to be. For this delivery, I actually have to go inside the building instead of just the person meeting me out front. So hopefully they tip well. You gotta love these open glass elevators where you can see out. It is a little bit creepy though. This kind of reminds me of the back rooms. Well, I guess when you haven't worked downtown in 8 years, things will change a little bit, but some of it's still the same. I'm not quite sure, but some people might complain that the statue isn't PG-13. So I finally had to do a delivery somewhere that had a parking garage. On the plus side, it was free after 5 p.m. On the negative side, I got off the elevator at the wrong floor, so now I have to walk down the stairs to where my car is at.
Hey, are you lost?
No, I just have to go down the stairs to the next floor for my car.
Oh, do you want to ride?
No, thank you.
Oh, I don't mind. It's so cold.
No, I'm warm-natured. I'm good.
Oh, come on. My car is so warm. It's really nice.
No, thank you. I'm good.
Come on, just get in.
No, it's just 30 feet that way. I'm fine.
He's not gonna take it.
What was that about? Was that a couple trying to ask me to be their third? So I showed that parking garage clip to my friend, and he thinks that the people in the car were actually looking to either carjack me or rob me, which honestly makes way more sense. One major positive aspect of doing this job is that it forces you to explore parts of town that you typically wouldn't visit much before. I think that oftentimes it's easy to get stuck in a routine of just working a lot and then driving to and from friends and family and whatever restaurants or businesses you frequent, and then not exploring everything that's actually available around you. There are neighborhoods with different types of communities and scenery, usually just a few miles away, that you would typically not visit. For example, Old Louisville has amazing architecture when it comes to the homes and buildings, and it's completely different than other parts of town. Something that surprised me was how foggy it got while we were still in November. There were multiple days of super thick and heavy fog, which is pretty unusual for the area. Doing deliveries at night can get creepy already depending on where you have to go, especially when it gets super foggy and reminds you of something out of The Exorcist. And this is actually incredibly foggy to the point it's dangerous. This reminds me of something out of a movie or a video game. Hopefully I won't regret taking this delivery order. So I have another delivery that's supposed to go to an outdoor public location. And after the way things went last time, I'm going to record this one on my phone as well to make sure nothing happens. Here, let me switch to the front-facing camera. I don't see anybody here. So let's leave this. Oh, I'm seeing a message pop up. It says they can see me, which I'm not sure where they're at because I can't see them. Oh, now it's saying leave the order and walk away. That seems kind of ominous. What is this?
Let me taste those buns.
Oh, shit. So what the hell was that, right? As you can see, it's a little bit further into winter now, so some time has passed. I have decided to stop doing the deliveries. I don't know if it was just me attracting the weirdness, or if that's just how it is for everybody, but it did not seem like something I was suited for. So I needed to make sure that I could find something I'll actually be good at and not die while doing. Or at least get weirded out and grabbed by a moon man. After a few weeks, I finally found a job that I think I'll be okay with for a while, and I won't have to interact with the public at all. I'll be doing overnight security at the Waverly Hills Haunted Sanitarium. The place used to be a tuberculosis hospital and was later a nursing home, but in recent years it has been reopened for people to do tours of the building, and it also hosts a haunted house during the fall. I'll be responsible for monitoring the grounds and making sure that nobody tries to break in or trespass overnight. An old, dusty building with no other living people in it should be relatively uneventful. Time to check out the infamous body chute.